Hey, you, are you tired of being single? Me too. Here's your chance to finally find the love of your life. You need to come on my show and be a contestant. You can either be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. We'll set up 3 contestants to go ahead and try to win your love and affection. We're going to have all types of different challenges and games on the show. Make sure you guys tune in for more details. This is going to be fun. Hopefully we can go ahead and get the show piloted and then potentially make some money on this. But to entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Again, that's, are you following my finger? at2entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Make sure you send me an email if you would like to either be a contestant or be the actual bachelor or bachelorette on the show. All right, y'all. Deuces. What's up, everybody? I apologize. I kept on changing the time and everything on the show, so I know it kind of confused everybody. Heidi After Dark. What's up, Heidi? What's up, Vistas? I see you too. Shout out to Mina and Dear Yvette. They're both rocking it. They're both my mods. I appreciate them so much. Definitely, I want to say, if you guys were watching last night, please send your condolences to Sharita. She is having a hard time right now, so definitely wanted to say my prayers to her. I prayed yesterday as well for her. Let's go ahead and play the intro, and we'll be right back for what y'all came here for. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 here, bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. Hashtag TTRD, if you didn't know what that stood for, Talk the Real Deal. And then, of course, I'm AT2, so we talking the real deal with AT2. What's up, Mimi? What's up, Kimmy? I'm glad y'all joining me. Okay. All right, as I said, I have a Patreon exclusive. As you guys know, I am subscribed to Unwind with Tasha K on Patreon, so she did an exclusive interview. She's doing a whole docu-series on Darrell Johnson. Darrell Johnson is actually the guy he's a crisis manager, but we'll get into that. But he's the guy that was representing R. Kelly. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. But first, I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all. What's up, Danny? I'm going to hit y'all with the information on what happened with Tasha. In the beginning of the docu-series, she came on and talked. She usually does this before the world premiere. And so she was talking about, the whole situation with the CPS. And it was really hard because, like she said, she wanted to go off and stuff like that, but she realized that she couldn't because then they could open up an investigation. For those of you who don't know, remember when Jaguar called CPS? Well, they did end up coming to Tasha's home. They checked everything out. Everything turned out fine. Now Tasha is able to basically press charges against Jaguar because now we know Jaguar is fake, and there was no real charge or no real evidence of anything going on. So luckily everything's okay with Tasha, and Tasha confirmed that Jaguar has not been to her home. Jaguar has not been anywhere in her neighborhood. She's safe. She did say if she does decide to come through, she ready. That's all I'm going to say about that because I ain't trying to get in trouble. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the docu-series, right? So the docu-series, it was called Darrell Johnson, Catch Me If You Can. Basically, he's a scammer. That's why it was called that. I never really knew too much about him. The introduction to him I had was when he was R. Kelly's crisis manager. Let me go ahead and pull up a picture because some of you all are like, who is this Darrell guy? Like, who is he? There you go. Y'all remember him? What's up, Lori? Thank you for checking out the show. All right, here's a picture of him and Mr. Kelly together. So hopefully this kind of rings a bell or bring back some kind of memory or something like that. Yeah, so there they go. So anyway, Darrell was this guy who said he's a crisis manager. You know, he helps out. He has worked with people like Joel Osteen. He also worked with Felicity Hoffman. Am I saying her? Is it Felicity Hoffman? The lady that went to jail for the whole school fraud and everything like that. That's the lady. This is like, I'm like, who? Yeah. So anyway, um, he represented them. Well, there's this woman by the name of Cola, and I want to go ahead and bring her up. Her name is Colalewis, and she stated that she is an actual author. What ended up happening with her? What her backstory was that her mom went in for a blood transfusion. I forgot the name of the drug that they overdosed her with, but basically the chemical that they used, her mom ended up having an overdose. After it took I think she said 7 or 9 days for her mom to eventually pass away, which was really hard on her. In the state of Indiana, and I'm not okay, I was right with Felicity. Thank you, I appreciate that. And oh, shout out Odie, what's up? Anyway, so after her mom passed away in Indiana, the hospital admitted that it was an accidental overdose. We apologize, all that stuff. So in Indiana, they're an immunity state. So what that means is basically they can't be at fault, or they can be at fault, but you can't sue them because it's not going to do anything. They're protected by the law. So she was trying to find a way like, oh, well, how do I kind of get this out there? How do I fight this? Because they're responsible for the death of her mom. No matter if they say they're an immunity state or not, they're responsible for the death of her mom. So what she ended up doing was thinking like, oh, I can reach out to the media, get attention on this. Well, she ends up meeting, Darrell Johnson. This guy right here. So he tells her, like, he's a crisis manager and he can help her out, help her out in regards to all of this. And so he asked for originally he said, I can give you, usually these people pay me this much. He said R.Kelly paid him $100K for his. And then she was like, well, I can't give you that kind of money. So he asked, what could she give him? She said the most she could give him is $5,000. He was all like, okay, let's go to the bank. This is how you know somebody's a scammer. Whenever they want their money right away and not give you like a certain date or a certain time to give you the money or any kind of paperwork beforehand, they're a scammer, But obviously this woman was emotional over what happened. She just lost her mom. She's trying to figure out, what can we do? Because basically the hospital isn't going to be held accountable for what happened, to her mom. So they go to the bank. She ends up getting the cashier check, and instead of putting like crisis manager and stuff like that, when you put a cashier check, you can put the name or the business or whatever. She wrote it out to him. That was sign number one, and also the contract was written up right away. He had one of his assistants do it, bring it over to her. So this all happened within a day. Them meeting, getting the contract, and then them going over to the bank for a cashier check for $5,000. Right, Dana. What's up, Dana, Crystal, Terry? Thank you guys for joining. Right, some kind of invoice or something, right? But like I said, at the time she was really desperate as her mom just passed away. So, and maybe desperate is the wrong word I'm using. I apologize if I offend her. I don't know if she's going to watch this, but just in case. She ends up giving him the 5,000, and then she noticed like within 24 hours he was asking like a lot of personal questions like, hey, does your mom have a will, and trying to find out information, and he said it was going to be used towards the case. So Cola trusted him, told him all the information he needed. And then within that time, he was all like, oh, well, I actually need another $9,000 for files. For him to get access to certain files, he said that he needed that extra 9,000 to get files. I don't know. He didn't say what exact files, but we're guessing or assuming it was regarding the case. So she went ahead and gave him the 12,000, and within 9 days, it equaled up to a total of Oh, I'm sorry. So the first, I actually skipped ahead. The first within 24 hours, she gave him 9,000. She gave him 9,000, and she felt something wrong because he's asking for money, but he hasn't done anything. So within 24 hours, first he got the 5,000 cashier check. She couldn't write it out in his name. She wrote it out in his name, not the business. And then within 24 hours, he asked for another 9,000. She felt something wrong, but at the time she was in distress, so she went ahead and gave him the 9,000. And then within 9 days, he asked for another 12K for the files. There we go. I apologize, you guys. I misspoke. Another 12,000 for the files. So within 9 days, she gave him 24,000. And then in those 9 days, he disappeared. Also, another way you can tell somebody is a scammer when they want to keep the conversation about other things. He was very notorious for that. He would send pictures and videos of different celebrities and stuff like that. He also tried to get her in this whole, I don't want to call it a pyramid scheme, but it was pyramidish. Basically, he wanted her to put $5,000 into like this business where he was going to sell packages during the Super Bowl to different celebrities, where they can go to different parties and have access to different things and stuff like that. And so he was going to sell these packages to these celebrities, and he needed 50K. And she told him like, oh no, I'm cool. And he was kind of like, what? Like, you don't want to do that? A lot of scammers that get angry when you don't want to give them any money and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, she didn't end up giving him the 50K. Oh no, did I freeze? Oh no, I'm still there. Hey guys, let me know if I'm still there. Can you guys still see me? The screen froze on me. Oh no. Can you guys see me? Can somebody answer me, please? Oh, this is gonna have to be edited out the show. Oh, okay, I'm good. I'm okay. Why am I still frozen? Oh no! All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and play a commercial real quick. Oh, there I am. I'm gonna play a commercial real quick, and we'll be right back. It is Black History Month, so I always love to pop out this clip, but I'm gonna keep it year long. Shout out to rest in peace to Nina Simone. Here we go,
I think
y'all.
what you're trying to ask is why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking. I have no choice over it. In the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization, but we don't know anything about it. So again, I think I've said this before in the same interview, I think at some time before, my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves.
I always love that clip. Going back to the story, a lot of times their meetings were in a restaurant. I forgot that one restaurant in Texas. Oh, Heidi, you in Texas. What is it called, that seafood place? It's called like Papados. I think that's that seafood place. So every time they would go out to dinner, Cola, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the picture of her. This is the woman. This is the victim. Cola would end up paying $200. What's up, Adriana? Thank you for checking out the show. Oh, Odie, you in Texas too? Yeah, Papados. Okay, that's the one. Thank you guys. And Mimi, you from there too? Okay. Um. Anyway, they would always eat at that restaurant all the time, and she said that she ended up paying like 200. She said he's very loud, flamboyant. He always calling the waiters, and he tries to get in good with the managers there and stuff like that. And so the whole time, she is very skeptical of him. But the thing is, in their contract, if she cusses him out, or he feels that she's trying to sabotage the relationship, he can terminate the contract and keep the money. So this whole time she just has to play it cool, because this scammer, let me pull him up, this scammer allegedly, let me protect myself just in case he can afford a lawyer. This scammer allegedly would have her pay for everything, Not right at all. Not right at all. Um, and especially after I gave you 24,000 and you expect me to pay 200 for every meal we have, get out of here. He also tried to, and this is another, exactly, he looks shady as heck. And this is another thing too. He would talk about how Gayle King, he was friends with Gayle King, and she has like this book club, and Cola is an author. So he said, he would try to get her book and then hopefully get it to CNN. He knew Don Lemon, he knew all these different people and all these different connects. So the relationship was always about other stuff and never about the case. She never got a meeting with the hospital. She never got seen any paperwork or any kind of emails or anything like that. The communication was far and few in between. And then, of course, when he wanted a hot meal, he would try to trick her into paying for dinner all the time, Right. Something is not right about him. Right. He looks scary. Right. Right, Dana. You right about that. He looks scary. He looks shady. We know something ain't right with him. Let me pull up his picture. Hey, ladies in the chat, press 1 if you're turned on by this man. Press 2 if you a little creeped out by this man. Press 1 if you turned on. Press 2 if you're a little creeped out. Ladies, go ahead and let us know. I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. Y'all know I'm petty. Oh, wow. That's an overwhelming 2. Everybody said, hell to the no. All right. So y'all said 3. Wait, nature 1 and 2. You a freak, huh? I'll just mess with you. You know I love you. Oh, no, Sun Kiss, I'm still live. We here, baby. We here. 0. Same spot. Y'all call me the mean one, but y'all more ruthless than me. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get back into it. So there were, she signed over her power of attorney to this guy, to Darrell, and so he was able to go have the meetings with the hospital, or if he ever had meetings with the hospital, he was able to be like the liaison and everything like that. And she always wanted to go to these meetings, but he said he'll take care of it and all that stuff, and he'll be in the communication. He'll let her know when they're able to have meetings, which he never did. Man. Have y'all been scammed before? I should have asked. We'll ask that question at the end because I'm not laughing at her. Obviously, I'm laughing at the situation because I've been in these kind of situations where somebody is just scamming you for money. I told you guys she was worried about cussing them out and getting the contract terminated. Um, so where he lived. So in Houston, I guess you guys have multiple different neighborhoods. And so she lived close to a gated community, right? And so he stated he lived in the gated community. So she followed him. She said she seen him go inside that gated community, right? And so I got scammed. Oh, dang, PayPal? Oh, man. Ooh, I hate that. Um, so he went inside the gated community. She seen him, and she was like, "Okay, he lives there." And so she happened to ask. I believe she said the security guard that works there, and he told her like, "Hey, he don't really live here. Like, there's only two black families in that gated community, and he knows those black families, and those weren't them." And and she also said, "Oh, it might be in the north." Okay, basically, as I understand with Houston, because there's a lot of oil money, so it's old money where they are. And so the area that they're in, and I forgot the area in the city, but basically it's a affluent area. For those of y'all who didn't finish college, affluent is like very expensive area, high class. It's the suburbs, but it's more like upper suburbs. So for example, for those of you who live in California, El Dorado Hills would be like upper class. It's not rich, but it's upper class, if you need that example. Silicon Valley, well, Bay Area, well, no, that's a mix of everything. Never mind, I ain't gonna give y'all that example, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? So anyway, she ends up getting a private investigator to like check this dude out and everything like that. Come to find out, he lived 3 blocks away from her, not in that gated community, somewhere else. Now his rent was expensive. She said like he pays $8,000 in rent because you think like after in the part 2 and 3 there are going to be other cases, but Cola was the main one for part 1. But people were kind of thinking like, how is he Oh, Champions Forest. Oh, okay. You guys let me know. Okay, Champion Forest is where it is. Okay, I think that's what she said. I'm gonna watch it and then I'll update you guys later. But basically where he lived, it wasn't in the gated community, but he was paying $8,000 in rent. And they were kind of talking about like, what was he doing with the money and stuff like that that he was scamming for other people. Well, that rent is 8,000, so that's a part of it too. He also scammed out of cars. He scammed a finance manager, a financer out of a car as well. So he's done a lot of shady stuff, and they haven't went into detail really about that. Sugarland, Fall Creek, Eagle Creek. Okay. What they said is that in the area, for those of you in Houston, um, it's a lot of old money, and you guys know what old money and new money is. New money would be like, you just acquired your wealth, acquired your money. Um, Old money is when you have wealth and it's been in your family for years and centuries, well, not centuries, but it's been in your family for a long time. So it's old money. And because it's a lot of oil people there, she said those are the kind of people that live in that gated community in that kind of area. So, it's a very affluent area. So, yeah, maybe you guys are right. All right, moving on from that. So the PI, looked into the situation. He lived 3 homes down. She also said like she met the wife. So he does have a wife. The When they had met at a Starbucks one time, the wife actually came because he was saying like, "Oh, my wife has a tracker on me and stuff like that." She doesn't really know if the wife had a tracker on him or not, but this is what he was saying. And Tasha asked her, "What kind of impression did you get from the wife?" I don't have the picture of the wife, and but Cola was all like, "Oh, well, she was, she was okay, but according to the PI." Darrell's wife does have a record. She does have a record. And she said it was for writing bad checks. Which, can you still write bad checks? I didn't think you could still do that. Well, they're a little bit older, so yeah, they would have been able to write bad checks. But that's what his wife got in trouble for. And so it very possibly it could have been something where they were in this together, but her record the shows that she had cases regarding bad checks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this picture down. I know some of y'all don't like them. Let me try to catch up to some of you guys. Is she a wife or a partner in crime? Ooh, Kimmy, Renee. That has not been confirmed yet, so I'll say allegedly. But as the film go on, because I'm probably going to keep my Patreon subscription for next month. Hopefully, I can update you guys on that if Tasha don't release the whole thing, and then it's all like, well, damn. Anyway, what did I miss? Oh, there was she said there was he met with the oncologist that was working with her mom, and the oncologist and Darrell had met up in front of the hospital, not inside, in front of the hospital. She didn't go into detail how she knew about that part because, like she said, she was never able to go to any meetings or anything like that. So he went upon himself and, had those meetings. So she don't know if like he paid those people off so then he can run away with her money, and it was very crazy. This man has gotten a lot of money out of people, and we just basically with this whole docu-series that they're doing, we're just scratching the surface on part one because part one was all about cola. It wasn't about anything else. Um, Yes, there was one part that I missed. The Michael Avenatti, I don't really care about that part. I'm not going to talk about that. You can watch the film for that. It didn't really go into details. The last part I wanted to tell you guys that he was allegedly on the phone with Gayle King. So, and Gayle King is Oprah's friend. So he's like talking loud on the phone and stuff like that. And she said that she heard Gayle ask, and this can all be alleged. She said she doesn't really know if that was really Gayle. It was a phone call. So I'm going to say alleged. But allegedly Gayle was on the phone and she was like, oh, do you know what's going to happen with R. Kelly's girlfriends? This was at the time that I forgot what their I know Ezreal and Jocelyn. Ezreal and Jocelyn, I think that's what his girlfriend's name were. They had got into that fight at the hotel. Y'all remember hearing about that? A mess. But anyway, they had Gayle had allegedly asked him like, "Hey, are those girls gonna go to jail? What's gonna happen with those girls?" And he was basically putting out his client's information. And when you're a lawyer, you're not supposed to give out your client's information like that. You know what I mean? It's a confidentiality. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I didn't finish college, so it takes me a minute. But the confidentiality and stuff like that. And she just seemed like there was stuff very unprofessional with him. But she also thought that could be a mind game too. Cola was thinking that, oh, if he says like, he's talking to this person, he has this person's phone number and stuff like that, it almost would entice her or convince her like he's the real deal, all about a plan and a hustle. So that's what he really was about. Right, it probably was his wife on the phone. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. Wants to be seen, not heard. Exactly. What's up, Danielle? What's up, Raven? Appreciate y'all joining the show. I think that was all my note. Oh, just a few other things that I picked up on. She stated that he'll talk about Joel Osteen, Felicity Huffman, and stuff like that. When it came to R. Kelly, he didn't mention it right up front, but he does brag about R. Kelly a lot, like how he represented R. Kelly. And it was funny because remember that whole clip? He actually stopped being R. Kelly's crisis manager when he had asked that question. When he was asked that question, like, "Oh, would you trust R. Kelly around your daughters?" And and when he said no or whatever he said, they he basically said like, "No, I wouldn't leave R. Kelly with my daughters or anything like that." And then he tried to cover himself and be like, "Oh, well, I wouldn't leave my daughters with anyone, blah blah blah." But we know what he meant. I came in late. The old clip you were playing of the lady, was that the lady Tasha interviewed? Yes, Colalewis. That's what her name is. Yvette or Mina, if you can actually, no, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. Y'all don't worry about it. Just keep the crowd going. Let's interviewed. Oh, I can't even pin the comment, but yes, Cola Lewis was the lady. Yeah, R. Kelly was an easy hustle. I agree with that. Yep, I definitely agree with that. That was an easy hustle for him. He was desperate at the time, so why not? Oh, and something funny that I said because it's that stereotype like well with black people with us like don't work with other black people and stuff like that. And so he said, I have a lot of white clients. I usually only work with white people because black people don't like to pay you on time. But yet he said black people don't like to pay you on time, but yet he's the whole scammer in the situation. So that was ironic for me. Very ironic that he would say something like that, but he's really the whole scammer. 82, he said he can have her killed. Ooh, yes, I forgot all about that. Yeah, the sunglasses. Well, like when she said no to the 50K, he was like, "Let me see your sunglasses" or something like that, and he took her sunglasses. He alluded to that, he could have harm done to her and stuff like that. But people who really got connections like that can really have you harmed or missing, they're not gonna announce that. It's just gonna be done. You know what I mean? Right. That's his MO. Right. Yeah, but this dude is really shady. There was nothing positive, there was nothing good about him. I think she knew that there was something wrong with this dude, but couldn't really prove it. And like I said, she was worried about her money. So I can't hold her accountable for that because I can only imagine your mom dies, you can't do anything about it, you're desperate for help. You're gonna do anything to try to um not feel better, but I'm trying to think of the word, but trying to win your case, because you can't get a case, so you have to go a different route about it and just desperate for help. Hold on, wait a minute. Mina Mod is a real person. I thought it was a whole bot. Yes, Mina is a real person. That is hilarious. What's up, Teresa? Thank you for joining the show. He looked vulnerable people in desperate situation. Yes, that's what he does a lot. Probably had already pulled her personal files before they met. Ooh, that's a good one. 82 and the manager at Papados tried to warn her. Yes, that was another thing as well too. Yeah, he's very intelligent. You're right about that, Kimmy. He's very intelligent. He knows. Right. And I thought, and let's go to the production side of it. I thought Tasha did real good with it. As always, the interview is perfect. She really knows how to handle herself in these kind of sensitive situations. We don't expect nothing different from Tasha. Like, yeah, the gossip stuff is fun and stuff like that, but she is a real human being at the end of the day. Like I said, I would like it to be more 60-minute ish. And I know Tasha is her own person and stuff like that, but I'm just saying for the quality that I know it can be, I'm still gonna harp on that and be all like, I wish it was more, more clips and stuff like that. It was a little better this time because they did show clips during the interview and stuff like that. So hopefully there's more of that because I like to kind of get the backstory to things. What's up, Ween? Thank you for joining the show. Call Ben Crump. Right. No, she got a PI. She also called the police. So I believe, and Mimi, correct me if I'm wrong. She couldn't make it a criminal case, so it's a civil case. Now with all this information, they're saying that this can also go to the feds because it's basically a money scheme now. But she did go to the police, and if you go to her, and it's just Colalewis, and she's the first one that pops up. Um, it does have a phone number. Like if you have been affected by this person, call this number. I should have posted it here. I didn't picture that any of you would be affected by it, but hey, I know a lot of you used to live in the area, and some of you still do live in the area. So I probably should have did that. Oh, there we go. No, it is criminal now. Okay, it is criminal. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what it was. Originally, it wasn't criminal, but now it is criminal. Azrael and Joycelyn. That's what the name of the two girlfriends are. Right. Oh, and for those of you tuning in, I just wanted to I gave the spill about, Tasha. Like I said, she usually talks to the people in the beginning of it. She had stated that yes, CPS did come to her home. Um, Everything turned out okay. Now she has a case against Jag because basically it was a false report and stuff like that. And Jag has not served her with papers, and Jag has not been to her home. Again, Jag has not been to her home at all, so she is good. She said, if she does end up popping up, some things might happen. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh no, Ween, I'm sorry about that. Ooh, I was going to put your comment up on the screen, but let's talk about it privately because I don't know what exactly it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the CPS thing, I don't like that at all. I still don't like it. I don't care who says like, oh, well, it's even, even playing. I don't like the CPS thing. I try not to say much. It come to people from my city, but sadly, most of Kelly is old news and a lot of not said. Yeah, and Tasha did say this. She wanted to basically expose the people attached to R. Kelly because she felt that there's a lot of people in here doing some shady stuff, and it's not just R. Kelly. So she's trying to expose it from the inside out. Ween, where was your comment? Let me pull it up here. Ween, I hope everything is all right though. I do want to say that I see people in the chat sending prayers. Yeah, definitely taking things too far. And Kimmy, we talked about this too, taking things too far. I'm just happy that Tasha still has her kids and everything is good. It definitely is ridiculous. Mm. And this is my thing too. I'm all for if you want to be a hustler, get your money, do all that stuff. I definitely understand, but you taking money from people and hustling people out their money, not providing service, and definitely taking advantage of the vulnerable, nothing good is going to come to you. You definitely are going to get yours. If this is allegedly true, that this man is doing all this scamming, nothing good should ever come to him. And that's not wishing, somebody passing away. That's just saying what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and play a commercial, and then we're gonna head out, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, I thought I accidentally did something. Hey, you. Are you tired of being single? Me too. Here's your chance to finally find the love of your life. you need to come on my show and be a contestant. You can either be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. We'll set up 3 contestants to go ahead and try to win your love and affection. We're going to have all types of different challenges and games on the show. Make sure you guys tune in for more details. This is going to be fun. Hopefully we can go ahead and get the show piloted and then potentially make some money on this. But to entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Again, that's, are you following my finger? at2entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Make sure you send me an email if you would like to either be a contestant or be the actual bachelor or bachelorette on the show. All right, y'all. Deuces. What's wrong with you, Vet? She said her next baby, she gonna let me read it. Yvette, did you want to come on and just say some positive words? Let me know in the chat, Yvette. I'm not really going to let people on because I haven't cussed yet, so I don't want nobody to slip up, but I will let Yvette come on for a minute just to give positive words. CPS is wrong and it's taken into, yeah, exactly. Yvette, does that mean yes or no? I don't know what the tongues mean, but thank you for dropping my emojis. Do you have any arrangements set up for the love games? I don't have it set. Contestants. I do have 4 contestants so far, but obviously I need more. I need a lot. So, it can be any age, any gender, any race, sexuality. Of course, we're gonna hook you up with somebody, that you want. It's whatever. We're really going to try to pilot this thing for late March, but more than likely it is going to be April. It definitely will probably be April. Okay, I guess Yvette doesn't want to come on. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and end out the show. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death. Man, like I said, it was an overall good show. I really appreciated it. Not appreciated it. What do I mean? I really liked it. I can't wait for part 2. I don't know when this is going to be released on YouTube. I don't know. She doesn't know when part 2 is coming out either. So hopefully part 2 is next week, and then I'll be back to update y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and play another commercial for you guys, and then I'm out. Which one do I want to do? Let me do something more PG.
No, I didn't purposely not invite you. He was on my last live stream, and so I said, okay, when I go live again, I'll just let you come on to tell your side of the story. Because I hadn't heard his side of the story, but I had seen some of your live videos, and I wanted to hear his side of the story without being interrupted or any arguing as much as possible. Yeah, Pantomina, I shared his comment on the screen. Yeah, 82, ciao. Well, that's what happens when you're not subscribed, 1, and 2, you don't have the notification bells on, so we've been live for, I don't know, 2 hours.
Oh, he's having connection issues again.
They try to play the middle, and I know you riding with them because I was showing some stuff today that exposes him, Black T-Block, and Plaintiff James all working together to assassinate my character.
Oh.
Andre Turner II. You get sued? Andre Turner II. Andre Turner II. You get sued? Andre Turner II.
I do want to say something real quick. I thought I had a knife right here. Don't be going in other people's chats talking about me to other people. Don't be doing that because I see it all. But other than that, I love y'all. We out of here. Bye, y'all.